Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Parents of an Edmond teen share her memory after a deadly ATV accident. Plus, extreme fire threat, team coverage, what you need to know tonight. And the firefighting planes ready to take action. It's all right now on News 9. The State Emergency Operations Center will activate in just 12 hours from now. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Amanda Taylor. Carl's off. Meteorologist Justin Rudisell is tracking the fire threat from the Bob Mills Weather Center. And Justin, the big problem tomorrow is going to be those near hurricane force winds.
Yeah, we could see some wind gusts here across the state over 70. We are dormant, we are in drought conditions, and this has all the ingredients for an extreme fire day here across the state of Oklahoma, as unfortunately it does occur sometimes right before we green up in the spring with all the wind that we see in March. And you can see pretty much all 76 counties under a fire warning for tomorrow. This will start at sunrise, okay? The winds will crank up quickly by 10 o'clock in the morning, and there will be sustained winds 30 to 40, wind gusts 50, 60, and some gusts to 70 as the big area of low pressure deepens off towards our north. Dry line presses in and goes across the state, bringing in really dry air. Relative humidity will be into the teens. That is another huge ingredient. And like I mentioned, a lot of fuel, a lot of dormant grass for those fires to spread quickly with these winds. And here across Oklahoma City, wind gusts will approach 50 by 10 o'clock, into the 60s, low 60s by lunchtime into the afternoon, and then finally starting to subside as we head towards the evening after 6 o'clock. So it's going to be a windy day, and there will be a lot of blowing dust in the air as well. So anybody that has to deal with allergies or just can't breathe very well will need to stay inside. This is not going to be an outdoor day tomorrow. 62 degrees right now. It is beautiful out there with a light south breeze. The temperatures 50s and 60s. It'll be a mild overnight down into the 50s, and tomorrow 50s turn to the upper 60s with blowing dust and those high winds. We'll talk about that fire threat some more here coming up.
Because of all of that, Justin, firefighters who battled the California wildfires are actually in Oklahoma tonight, along with firefighting planes. The aircraft are staged right now in Burns Flat in preparation of the fire danger. News 9's Jordan Frimstead continues our team coverage with how their mission from above helps crews down below. Jordan?
Amanda, as we know, Oklahoma terrain can be tricky and it can take too long for crews to get to certain areas in our state. So, state leadership brings in resources that can attack a fire fast and often.
The time to prepare for a fire is now.
A day that we're definitely concerned about.
With wind gusts 60 to 70.
It's not fire season anymore, it's fire years.
One image captures the serious nature of what Mother Nature has in store.
It's an early deployment.
Interim CEO of Montana-based Bridger Aerospace, Sam Davis,
Really happy to be there in Oklahoma.
and his team bring on the smoke.
Being ready to go at any time of year.
They're working with the State Forestry Service and parked two of their Super Scooper airplanes in Burns Flat,
Being active.
actively preparing to drop the rain on any fire's parade.
Very versatile in where they can operate.
They've been busy.
We've already had fires in, Long Island, Palisades, as you probably saw in the news.
The National Interagency Fire Center shows more than 8,000 wildfires have burned across the U.S. this year, more than 2,000 above the 10-year average.
We have to have year-round preparedness baked into how we do things.
Each of these planes can fly for 4 hours on one tank of fuel.
They can drop hundreds of thousands of gallons of water per day. Volume is very important.
Davis says the state worked with the federal government to bring another plane to help crews on the ground.
Really a game changer for incident commanders that can see real-time video, thermal detection.
An image can illustrate concern, but Davis argues it shows they're ready to go.
We know that we can be efficient and do what we do well before unfortunate things happen or people's lives or property are threatened.
Now, Davis says Canada uses planes to detect fires and fight them on the spot in real time. And with the increased frequency of wildfires in this country, he says that approach may become a best practice in the U.S. Amanda?
We are definitely glad they're here. Jordan, thank you. The Oklahoma Forestry Service says its roughly 100 firefighters will be prepared to work with local departments in parts of central and western Oklahoma. We all want to help, right? Guthrie firefighters are calling on the community for some help ahead of what they call an unprecedented day for fires tomorrow. Crews there are looking for donations to support their firefighters over the next few days. That includes food, water, Gatorade, and also eye drops.
We burned through that stuff pretty quickly, so having these donations, like I said, I'm beyond thankful, and it's crucial to our operations.
Chief Lawson there says they'll share these donations with volunteer firefighters and the Oklahoma Forestry staff working with them. Oklahoma City firefighters say we can do our part to help first responders amid the high fire danger. They say you should avoid doing anything that could cause a spark, like welding. Also avoid driving or parking on dry grass because hot exhaust can cause fires. And make sure to give emergency crews plenty of space to work. You can scan the QR code to access the wildfire section of news9.com. There you can find fire conditions, a power system update, and also the difference between a red flag warning and a wildfire alert. This has been developing today. The Oklahoma Ethics Commission votes to take the state superintendent to court, saying it will file charges. This all stems from an October investigation into Ryan Walters for alleged campaign finance violations in 2022. Commissioners also approved a settlement in another investigation over complaints that he made pro-Trump social media posts, which violates state ethics rules. The Senate Pro Tem says he's aware of these investigations.
We'll leave it to them. It's an investigation that they're conducting. I have full faith in their ability to do that, and also to give Superintendent Walters the ability to defend himself against any allegations.
Walters' spokesperson tells us he has always been committed to following all guidelines and transparency in his political operations. New social studies standards heading to the state legislature now direct schools to investigate the 2020 election results. Draft standards posted by OSDE in December direct high school U.S. history students to examine issues related to the 2020 election. But a brand new version obtained by online media outlet NonDoc says students will instead identify discrepancies in 2020 election results. Oklahoma's House Minority Leader says her caucus plans to highlight concerns when lawmakers meet to approve the standards.
It's appalling that they keep talking about this when there's been proof and facts over and over again that there were no discrepancies. Joe Biden was the president of the United States.
Well, Walters tells News 9 in part these standards are designed to teach students to investigate details of this and any election. Meanwhile, Walters' push to bring Bibles into Oklahoma classrooms faces another legal challenge. Just last week, the state Supreme Court temporarily blocked his current search for Bible vendors. The group, including the ACLU that sued for that, is now asking the court to stop Walters' Bible donation campaign. Walters launched the effort last week with singer Lee Greenwood. It directs people to buy Bibles at $60 each to donate them to the state ed department. Oklahoma's Judicial Nominating Commission has picked 3 people who could be the next Oklahoma Supreme Court justice. Donna Durrickeson, John Parsley are currently district judges, while Travis Jett is an attorney. The commission says Governor Stitt has 60 days to appoint one of them, or the Chief Justice will. The appointment will fill Yvonne Cogger's spot, who was ousted in November. A bill that would create a new felony for undocumented immigrants passes off the House floor. If signed into law, anyone who is arrested for a crime and determined to be here unlawfully will be found guilty of a felony. That person would face 5 years in prison or can opt to return to their country of origin. That bill is headed to the Senate.